All right, y'all. So just a few more concepts on the ellipses. So a few things I didn't mention earlier were the vertices and the co-vertices. Now these are relatively simple if you know the center, and then if you know your A, which again is half of the major axis, depending on which orientation for the ellipse, and then B is half of your minor axis, again over here, depending on the orientation. Okay, so again, once you know the center, the vertices are essentially these 2 points. So you take your center and you add A, but you're also going to subtract A because we're working with coordinates. Okay, and then if you wanted to find the co-vertices for this particular one, again, you're going to take your center and you're going to add B, and notice in the X direction, right, because this is horizontal, and then you're going to subtract B again in the X direction. For A in this particular one, you're going to add A in the Y direction. Okay, and again, it just depends on the orientation, right? So depending on where your A and B is, and depending on what your major or minor axis is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this one with the example with a center at 2, 4, and then we're going to go ahead and make my A here 5. Okay, so this is a length of 5, and this is a length of 5, and then we'll make my B 3, length of 3 here, length of 3 here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the actual vertices on this particular one. So we'll go ahead and work so with one of these. So we've got the center is at 2, okay, 4. Okay, now what we're doing though, you got to remember, is that we are adding in the Y direction. So my Y is going to be that 4. So I'll do 4 plus that 5. Okay, which is going to get me the first vertex of 2, 9. Okay, so we'll go ahead and erase that and put 9. Okay, so again, these are for my vertices. Okay, so we're doing this one first. So that's 2, 9, but then we'll also subtract the 5, or sorry, subtract 4 from, no, other way around, 5 from 4. Okay, so it'll be and 2, and then we'll have 4, but then we're going to subtract the 5 this time. Okay, so it will get us 4 minus 5, so that'll get us -1. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put -1 here. Okay, so those are the vertices, so we're good on those. Okay, so vertices, we've taken care of that. It would be 2, 9 and 2, -1. That would be as if, again, that the center is at the coordinate 2, -4, and then we would be adding to get the vertices here, and then subtracting to the Y direction to get the second vertex over here. Now, for the co-vertices, you're going to use that minor axis. You're going to use that B value. This time we'll be adding it to the X. I'm going to go ahead and erase this bottom one because that was our vertices. Now we're working with the co-vertices. Okay, so again, this time, notice where the B is, right? We've got to add 3 in the X direction. So I've got 2, and then I'll add that 3. Okay, and then we've got comma. Notice my Y stays the same. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, and then we've also got 2, and then we've got to subtract 3. So again, minus the 3, and then my Y value would stay the same. Okay, so we've just got to evaluate these now, and we will get, well, we've got 2 plus 3 on the bottom here, so that'll get me 5, 4, and then this will get me -1, 4. Okay, so that then takes care of the co-vertices. Okay, so we did these 2 right here. Okay, so that's it for vertices and co-vertices. Now let's talk about the word eccentricity. Okay. Actually, we're going to keep that center. No, the center doesn't matter. Okay. So we're just going to work with this second example. We're going to use the same A and B values. Okay. Okay, and then we're again talking about eccentricity. Eccentricity. Okay, now the eccentricity is a very simple formula. Eccentricity is equal to E, stands for eccentricity, is just the C value over the A value. Now remember, the C value is this distance, right? Here's your, you have a focus here and a focus here. Right, now we've talked about how to find that C value. Just as a quick reminder, okay, C was equal to the square root of A squared minus B squared. Okay, so in this particular one, let's go ahead and quickly find our C. All right, we've got A squared, that's 5 squared, okay, minus 3 squared. You should pretty quickly see that that's 4. Okay, so your C value is 4. So in order to find the eccentricity, right, you got E is just equal to 4, right, instead of that C, and then over A, which we already knew A, it was 5. So the eccentricity here would be 4/5, or if you wanted, you could convert it to a decimal of 0.8. Now, kind of what the eccentricity does is it just compares the kind of, I don't know, thickness of the actual ellipse. Okay, so that's kind of what the eccentricity is there. Okay, and those are the last 3 terms for ellipse.